the movie that's hung with you?
The movie that stuck with me the longest, that's scary in a way I'd never seen before, is The Blair Witch Project. The whole idea that you were watching a found footage from a camera, these people, something had happened to them. There was all this, it was very early in the idea that there could be an internet presence that would promote a movie. And then when you sat and watched it, you didn't know what was going to happen at all. There was no creature, there was no vampire. You were looking at a black screen often.
It was real,
terrified.
is what people said. It felt very real.
And the new one is out.
Right, and didn't get the same reviews.
Right.
I think that's a sort of bell you can only ring one time.
Second pick is Babadook. Honestly, never heard of this one, Shawn. Take me through it.
It's a small Australian film. It's about 2 years old. I wanted to mix a new one in with the oldies, and it's just a good, creepy story about a children's book about a scary character that sort of gets out of the book and is part of people's lives. And it's a story about a mother and a child. You know, it's got the psychological dimensions.
Oh, that would suck me in.
Yeah, that can relate. You can bring to your own life. It's quite good, and it was a little bit of a phenomenon on its own, not to the extent that Blair Witch was.
Your third pick is The Bride of Frankenstein.
You know, I love the old Universal horror films, the classic Boris Karloff, Bela Lugosi, and all of them, this is my favorite. It's not terrifying in the way that you think of, you know, these other films we're talking about, but it's classic horror, and it shows what, you know, we still dress as Frankenstein for Halloween. It's because of films like this.
I go for the soft horror, as you said,
Yeah. and
horror.
The lighter side of horror.
The lighter side, the not so scary. And your first pick is my all-time favorite, A Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, I don't know anyone who doesn't like this film, truly. It's a Halloween movie and kind of a Christmas movie. It's great stop-motion animation. You know, Tim Burton and Henry Selick created something no one had ever seen before. A few years ago, I was with my daughter at Disneyland at this time of year, and they had redone the Haunted Mansion as Halloween Town.
And that's fantastic.
And it was
cool.
just great. We felt like we were in the film.
Your next one is Ed Wood. I haven't heard of this one.
Is that a Johnny Depp?
Ed Wood with Johnny Depp, another Tim Burton movie, and it's about the guy who made schlocky horror movies in the 50s, and it's a great affectionate portrait. It's not scary, but it shows you what sort of sensibility was behind this. And of course, Martin Landau won an Oscar for playing Bela Lugosi. A brilliant, profane performance. Very, very funny.
And with the passing of Gene Wilder, young Frankenstein came back in a big way. Always worth a watch.
Yeah. And it's you know, we think of this as a comedy remake of Frankenstein, but actually there's quite a bit of The Bride of Frankenstein in it. Many scenes from that film. So it's got both, and it's still funny. It's still today. I found myself humming to "Puttin' on the Ritz," the late great Peter Boyle as the monster.
All right.